Hey guys, I'm just Jershin and welcome back to some more March Madness. Today we are taking a look at the beautiful Unova region. Almost said Sinnoh, that video went live today. Look, I'm a little frazzle-brained. I took a look at the calendar today. If we were in crunch mode, new shirt by the way, new recording day. If we were in crunch mode on the 21st when I was recording those last episodes, we are hitting DEFCON 5 right about now. It is March 26th today. We have 5 days left over the course of March, and if I want to squeeze all these bad boys in by March, we gotta move. Now, it's not that bad. We only have 4 generations left. Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, and Gen 8. Now, to save time, we're going to be doing this both in this generation and also once we hit Gen 8 as well. But in Gen 5, you may remember that they did something a little unique. They did some sequels. They did the regular, good old Pokemon Black and White, and then rather than doing like an Emerald or a Platinum kind of remake situation, they made completely newish games set in the same region but in different time periods. And because of that, there's some different gym leaders in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. So today, to save time, we're going to be handling the entire Unova region saga. We're going to be doing, or the entire Gen 5 saga, I should say. We're going to do both the Black and White bracket and the Black 2, White 2 gym leader bracket. Now, most of the gym leaders are pretty consistent across the two of them, so I don't anticipate that second bracket taking long. I think there's only like 2 or 3 new gym leaders that they added in, that they swapped out and for different roles, so shouldn't take that much time. We'll cover pretty much everything about these gym leaders in this one, but yeah, time is of the essence. It shouldn't even take that long. It's like 10 minutes per video, 4 generations. Crank these bad boys out in an hour. Without further ado, if you don't know what we're doing, by the way, long explanation to say this, but go back and watch the beginning. It's March Madness Season 2. In Season 1, we ranked all the Pokemon from every generation. Now we are here next year, Year 2, Season 2. We're doing gym leaders. Okay, so by the end of today, I'll be able to tell you the definitive best gym leader in all of the Unova region. Let's start in the top left up here. We have the 3rd gym leader, the Bug-type gym leader, Berg. And we have the, I believe the last gym leader, the 8th gym leader. 90% sure your name is Iris. Now here's the thing, the Pokemon Black and White anime, I actually watched a little bit of. A couple years ago, it like dropped on Netflix randomly, and I think I was having like a quarter-life crisis, which I do about once every 3 days. And I was scrolling through Netflix, and I was like, oh, Pokemon, let's relive some childhood joy and remember what it was like to smile. And I watched the whole thing. So I do know some of these characters probably a little bit better. I know we struggle a little bit with the names in Gen 4. I think I'm going to have a better time here in Gen 5 because I did watch that anime. Speaking of the anime, I'm just going to let you know I'm going to give this one to Berg. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm going to give this one to Berg pretty easily. Iris is in the anime. She actually travels along with Ash. And while I love her little Axew and the fact that it sneezes and blows things up, this ain't about her Axew. It's about her. And she has what is perhaps one of the most annoying catchphrases in any piece of media I've ever watched in my entire life, which is to Ash, every 5 seconds, "You're such a kid." Go look, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. And it's not even to things where he's like being childish. Ash is like, what should we eat for lunch? How about McDonald's? You're such a kid. Yes, I'd like to order the Big Mac. You're such a kid. Diet Dr. Pepper, please. Such a kid. Just doesn't do it for me. Sorry, Iris, you're gonna get passed upon. Even though her gym is dope, and the her gym is dope, and the what do you call it? Dragon type's great. Bug type's a little boring. His gym, not too bad. It's got like honey speckled walls everywhere. For that reason alone, I cannot give it to Iris. So, see you later. Now in the bottom left, we got the battle of the double thick thighs. We've got the 2nd gym leader, the normal type Lenora, versus the 5th gym leader, Clay. Clay is in Driftvale City, of course. Does he get extra points for Driftvale City having like the most slapping song in any of the Pokemon games? No, that wouldn't be fair. We won't give it to him. Well, maybe some bonus points because I'm not saying he gets to choose the musical selection of the town he is in, but it certainly makes the whole experience a little bit more enjoyable. Okay, Lenore's the normal type gym leader. 2nd gym leader, a little boring. Her Watchog is like a little annoying, to be honest with you. I don't like that it uses hypnosis, and then it, oh, what Pokemon does she have? She's got someone with retaliate, I'm pretty sure, so that when you knock out the first Pokemon, the second one comes out with like a Super Smash Brothers Donkey Kong Super Punch already charged up, ready to send you to the Shadow Realm. Not a big fan of that. Not a fun time. Clay, on the other hand, has an Excadrill, which I love. I think Clay's got a cooler party, and I like the ground type more than normal. Lenora does have a cooler gym. I like that it's like a hidden underground bunker in like a museum / library thing. Clay basically just stole the elevator puzzle from the gym leader whose name I cannot remember in Gen 4, the Steel type. We don't like plagiarism around here, to be honest with you, even though I steal most of my concepts for videos. I think I'm gonna give it to Clay for the Excadrill. To be honest with you, the left side of this bracket's rather weak. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't really matter because of that, but the winner will be coming from the right side. Okay, now speaking of the right side, let's move over to the right side. We have, in the top right, we have Skyla, the 6th gym leader, the flying type, versus Bryson. I called Bryson in Gen 2. That should tell you that I really like Bryson, if I thought he was an old man, I suppose. We have Bryson, the ice type gym leader, 7th gym leader. I like both of these quite a bit. I'll be honest, I think both of these, I'm gonna say something wild. I think all 4 of these gym leaders on the right are stronger than any of the gym leaders on the left. Now, maybe not stronger from like a team comp perspective, but I like them better. So this right side's a little bit tougher for me. Not to say the left side just doesn't straight up matter, but to some degree it does not. Skyla, I have a little bit of a soft spot for. No, not for the same reason I like Gardenia in Gen 4. No, not for the same reason I liked Flannery in Gen 3, except maybe a little bit. Look, I was like 11 when Black and White came. Well, actually, I was probably older. When did those games come out? I might have been like 12. I might have been reaching the age where it's no longer socially acceptable to simp over video game characters. Just kidding, you've been on Twitter. No, the reason I like Skyla is back when I was super into Pokemon card collecting, maybe like right before college, I pulled a Black and White cards were all the rage. It was like the generation that had just come out in the card game, and I had got a beautiful full art Skyla card. It's beautiful. I still have it to this day. It's one of my favorite cards. Bryson, I don't have your Pokemon card, I must say. It's sad to say, but I don't have your Pokemon card. Based on the gyms themselves, it's basically a pure draw. I think both of their designs are awesome. Little confused, Bryson must be really tough. How are you not freezing all the time in your igloo of a gym with an entire shoulder exposed? Doesn't seem very practical. The theming's a little weird. I don't know if he's like a ninja or like he's supposed to be in like a play. I'm a little confused about that. Skyla's obviously a pilot. Her gym is themed around it. There's plane parts. You take the cool conveyor belts, the wind turbines to places. Bryson does have a fun slidey ice puzzle, but you know what? I'm going to give it to Skyla for the originality of the gym and because I like her quite a bit. Speaking of the originality of the gym, we have in the bottom right-hand corner here, the triplets. Now, we've had a pair of twin gym leaders before. In Gen 3, we had Tate and Liza. Now we have a set of triplets. Are they triplets or are they just brothers? I don't know. We have Cress, Silent, and, oh no, Fireboy. Cinder? I think they're all C names, so it's probably like Cinder or something like that. I can't really remember your names. Scorch? Something like that. This is a cool concept. It's kind of so if you've never played Gen 5, which if you haven't, then I'm very confused of how you found yourself on this particular video. When you go to the first gym in Gen 5, in order to teach you type combos, this gym doesn't have a particular type. Depending on which starter that you chose, water, fire, or grass, you will fight the gym leader that is super effective against your type, theoretically to give you the hardest time possible. So if you chose the water starter, you're going to be fighting Silent, the grass gym leader. If you chose fire, you're going to be facing water, etc. That's a cool concept and like a really smart and good tutorialization of type matchups very early on. I kind of almost wish they did this in every game, but I guess it would get rather tedious to have to do that every single time and lose a little bit of the charm. You get a really unique experience because of that. Look, I'm gushing over them, but Elisa's gonna win. Elisa is the 4th gym leader, the electric type. Not only, okay, I have a lot of soft spots in my heart for Elisa, not for the reasons not for the reasons. She's electric type, which is amazing. She has two of like my favorite electric type Pokemon, Emolga and Zebstrika. They're awesome. You may remember in our Volt White playthrough from like a long time ago, probably going to be too lazy and too much of a time crunch for me to go back and get the clip. Also, I had the world's disgustingest beard during that time period, so definitely not going to go find that clip probably. But in our Volt White playthrough, you may remember that our journey nearly ended at the Elisa gym leader. Until my boy Pandemonia, our shiny Darmanitan that we found along our journey, full odds by the way, just like a crazy playthrough, survived on like 2 HP and ended up taking out the rest of her squad. It's literally probably still like my favorite Nuzlocking moment to this day. So because of that, I have to thank Elisa. And not just that, great team, great design, she's a model. Her gym is sick, dude. It's like indoor roller coasters. Look, she's got it all. Left side doesn't matter. We'll give it to Berg because he's got a nice scarf. No offense to Clay. This is a little bit of a tougher one. Skyla versus Elisa. I remembered every gym leader's name in this. I just realized. Congrats to me for having a brain. This is a really close competition, and I'll be honest with you, this is probably my number one and my number two. This is probably my number one and my number two, so just ignore what's gonna happen over here with Berg. He's gonna get slaughtered. Just pretend this is the final two. Great memories associated with both. Full art Pokemon card, Pandemonia. I gotta give it to Elisa. She disappeared. I gotta give it to Elisa. The Pandemonium moment, if you haven't seen it, you gotta check it out. Okay, I'll probably find a clip. It's gross, but just pretend I'm fully shaven. I'd rather be fully shaven than bring that horrible beard back. Oh, please, please, please. Oh no, that's gonna kill. That killed me. We level 2, take it out. Oh! It's my favorite Nuzlocking moment, and Elisa is to thank for that. So although she nearly wiped my entire team, she's just really cool, and the electric type is awesome, and she's my favorite Gen 5, gym leader, at least in Pokemon Black and White. But we still have to do Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. Now, like I said, most of the gym leaders here are pretty much the same. A couple swapsies have been done. I think there's 3 new gym leaders, 4 new gym leaders, and one of the gym leaders went through a little costume change, if you will, but nothing too exciting there. For the most part, it's the same. So we'll start in the top left. We've already said everything we need to say about Clay. He's still there. He's still got them thick thighs. Roxy, on the other hand, is the second gym leader in Black 2 and White 2. Poison type. Look. Call me a boy who's still trapped in his middle school emo phase, but I love the punk rock aesthetic. I think it's really good. It works really well. Her gym is cool. It's like an underground garage band kind of playing thing. I don't love the poison type, to be honest with you, but just the general feel of Roxy and her gym theming is enough for her to beat out Clay for me personally. Now down in the bottom left, we have the new first gym leader. They kicked the triplets out. See you later. Remember what I just said about a cool mechanic? Forget about it. How about normal type for your first gym? Boring. It's kind of cool that Sharon, who joined you on your journey in Black and White, then becomes a gym leader in Black 2, White 2. That's a nice little story arc. Only downside is I hate Sharon. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Elisa once again, who's donning a new, I don't know if it's a wig or maybe that's her natural hair and she was wearing a blonde one before. I don't know. I've never been quite clear, but I think her design in this gen, don't say nothing about blondes, but I do think her design in this generation is actually somehow even cleaner than in Gen 1. So I'm going to give it to her here. Now I move to the top right. We've got Skyla again. I got her Pokemon card. And then we have the new 8th gym leader. Is your name Drayden? I'm 90% sure your name is Drayden. And here's the thing. Even though I can't remember his name somehow, even though I'm 90% sure it's Drayden, I'm pretty sure this is like Iris's dad and or grandpa. It's tough because he's got the white hair. I want to say grandpa, but who knows? Could just be a design choice. Maybe he dyes it that way. I'm giving it to Drayden, even though that may or may not be your name. Sorry if it's not. Drayden, I made you out of clay. Dude, he's so cool. It's the gloves, the suspenders, the beard that goes up to like his eyeballs for whatever reason, the coiffed hair. I'm not gonna say that this is like my goal someday, but I'm also not gonna say it. He's dragon type, which is sick. His design is awesome. This dude looks like he should be the leader of like one of the evil teams. He's not, he's a good boy. But he looks like he should be the leader of like some sort of evil team. I can't believe how clean his design is. It's actually unfathomable to me how good it is. And then we have Berg, who unfortunately is going to get squashed again by... Can you tell I didn't play Black 2, White 2 as much? These guys didn't show up in the anime. It's not my fault. I want to say Mako, but I'm 90% sure I'm just thinking of Mako Tsunami from Yu-Gi-Oh! Your name? I can't remember your name. Look, I can't remember your name, but your design is so clean, you're still gonna win. I'm breaking my own rules. My rule is if I can't remember your name, there's no way you can go forward. That's not gonna be the case here. Look, he's on the island town. He's a water type gym leader. His gym's a lot of fun. He's got a really clean design. I just can't remember his dang name, and for that I apologize. Okay, back over to the left. This is a tough matchup. This is a tough matchup of Roxy versus Elisa. I'm still going to give it to Elisa. Look, she was my favorite in all of Gen 5 in black and white. As much as I love the punk rock aesthetic, I still got to give it to Elisa here. Just more memories built up there. Here, I'm going to follow my own rule. Even though I may not be remembering your name correctly, Drayden, we're going to pretend it's Drayden. And because I remember your fake name that I've given you, you're going to be advancing to the next round. Congratulations, Drayden. And our final matchup between Elisa and Drayden. The question is Elisa going to be taking home a clean sweep for both black and white and black 2, white 2, or is Drayden going to come in and steal the sequel bracket? I think he is. Just look. This is a really tough matchup. This is probably even tougher, even though I spent less time on it. This is a tougher matchup than Elisa and Skyla was in regular black and white. It's tougher, but I honestly just love everything about Drayden. He is like, no offense to Lance. Lance is fine. But when you say the title Dragon Master, or maybe even Dragon Daddy in this particular case, this is the image that gets conjured into my brain. Not Lance with his silly cape. It's Drayden with his big old suspenders. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Before we get too weird, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider showing some support down below. Liking, commenting, subscribing, help out a great deal. Share with your grandmother as always. I got links to my boy Yeetus and also NSL's channel in the description below. You should check them out. They're going to be doing these brackets as well. In fact, I think Yeetus already has done his, so go check it out. But with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow if we're going to get these done for Gen 6, which is going to be a problem.